What's up, guys? Welcome to your 78th Android tutorial for the new Boston. Again with me, Travis. And what we're going to do in this tutorial is we're basically going to set up a WakeLock. Now, what is a WakeLock? Well, let's say we have our activity open and it's running, and the person's just staring at this activity on their phone for like 5 seconds. Basically, it's going to make our activity back screen dim, and then if still no activity is happening, it's going to actually lock our phone to save some of the battery power. But for example, if we want an activity like this where there's no user interface and we just want them to stare at this for 3 hours or until their battery dies, hypnotize them with something like this, we want to make sure that our phone's background won't dim and actually shut off to save that battery power. So we're going to basically set up a WakeLock so it won't do that. It's pretty simple. I know I promised you guys, or told you guys we were going to do something awesome in this tutorial. Well, I thought we should save the awesomeness for later down the road, because I'm supposed to be teaching you guys kind of the basics. So I thought I should just stick to that. But we're going to add our WakeLock to this activity. So that was called our graphics class. So just open that up, and here's our graphics class. All we're going to do is before our super method is called right here on create. This is where we're going to set up our WakeLock. So I don't know if you guys want to leave a comment, just WakeLock, something like that. Who knows? But that's where we're going to set this up. Now we do this through the Power Manager because, again, the WakeLock kind of saves battery power. So that's held within the Power Manager class, where we can get the context from that class. So we're going to say Power Manager, and then we're just going to call this PM for Power Manager or something, and then we have to import Power Manager. And what we're going to do is we're going to cast our Power Manager here, and then we're going to say get system service. And then within this parameter, we're going to get the context called power service. So we're going to say context dot power service. Now that's basically just getting the Power Manager set up for us. And the only other thing we have to do is set up our WakeLock now. So let's just say WakeLock. We can establish. We can just say WakeLock here. And then we're going to call this WL for WakeLock. And then again, we just have to import this. It's a pretty simple tutorial. It's not really, it's just something else you guys can use as a resource as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to refer to our Power Manager that we just set up, which was PM. And then we're going to say dot new WakeLock. As you can see, it takes flags and a tag within the parameters. And as you can see over here, it kind of shows us how to set up the WakeLock. This is basically all we're going to do right here is this example for the most part. And then also we can acquire and release our WakeLock, because we want to release it when we don't need the WakeLock anymore. So let's set that up. And then for our flags, what we're going to say is we're going to refer to, again, the Power Manager class, and we're going to say full WakeLock. So that's just going to leave our screen completely fully awake the whole time for the most part. And then for a tag, we can just set this up as whatever. So there we go. I mean, the tag can be anything you guys want to describe that WakeLock as. There we go. Now we have our WakeLock set up. Again, we need to kind of basically start our WakeLock when our activity starts. So what we can do again is just something like WL.acquire to start it. That's what's actually going to start our our WakeLock here. And also we can release it. So we're just going to set up our release as well. So we're just going to hit right click, and then we're going to add the on pause method and that's where we're gonna release our wake lock. So again, just go to override methods and on pause right there, and then we're just gonna say WL dot release. And as of now, again, it's not referring, it doesn't know what this WL is because we established it in this class. So we're just going to copy this here and then set it up above our class. So it's kind of referring to the same WL. And there we go. I mean, we're pretty much done. The only other thing you guys might want to do is set up an onResume method and put this acquire within the onResume method. That's just an option you guys can use. This will work as well at the moment. But if we ever come back to the activity where it resumes, you probably want to acquire the wake lock within that onResume method. So there we go. We're pretty much done with this. The only other thing we need to do is we need to add a permission. And again, we're just going to do it the simple way with this permission tab here in the Android manifest. So just click that, and then we're going to say add permission. I'm sorry, uses permission. When didn't seem right there. We're just going to say uses permission, and we're going to search for WakeLock. If I can, there we go. Search for WakeLock right here, and then we can access the Power Manager and set our WakeLock. Otherwise, it won't work if we don't use that permission. So just save that, and we're good to go. We will have a wake lock now. So hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Wasn't super awesome, but it could become beneficial for your application. So peace, guys.